All right. Microphone is on. Okay, we are good to go. What's going on, everybody? How are y'all doing? And you already know what time it is. It's time for my wild card round picks for, well, I guess, not really for any tournament because I'm not in Steel Maiden's playoffs, and I don't really have a choice when it comes to Stephen Rose's playoffs because I'm a lower seed. So I guess these are just my personal picks for the wild card round. Not in any tournament or anything. This is legit who I think is going to win. Not related to any tournaments or whatever. So you already know what time it is. You got 3 days of football this year. Last year you had 3 games in 2 days. You had 6 games, 2 days, so 3 games each day. This year they spread it out. We have 2 games on Saturday, 3 on Sunday, 1 on Monday. So pretty easy stuff. So with that being said, let's dive right into these games. And if you are wondering, I will be streaming at least 1 game a day. I'm doing Raiders Bungles on Saturday. That game will most likely be immediately followed by Cavs and Thunder. And then on Sunday, I'll be streaming. I know Rocha and them are doing Niners and Cowboys, so I'm staying away from that one. I'm probably going to wind up doing Steelers and Chiefs. That's going to be a doozy. You know I got to stream that. That's possibly Big Ben's final game of the year, and it's AFC North. I'm pretty much going to be streaming AFC North games for the most part. I got to, show out for the division a little bit, So at least, if anything, stream Big Ben's final game in the NFL. Right? Kind of have to at this point. And then, of course, Monday, I, along with probably everyone else, will be streaming Cards and Rams. So that'll be a doozy of a game, of course. Stafford versus Murray. 3rd time these 2 teams are facing off. So with that being said, I'm just going to dive right into these picks, not wasting any time. I'm going to try and maybe have this be like a half-hour stream. As I say that, it's probably going to wind up being like a 2-hour, not like an hour stream, but I'll really try because there's not that many games to do. So anyways, we are going to get started with the first game of Wild Card Weekend. We have the Bungles. I always love doing that. But they're facing off against the Raiders. The Raiders. And, man, it's funny, though, because, there's this whole drama thing with the Raiders and Chargers from last week. Looking to possibly just settle for the tie. And the Chargers, no, let's call timeout. And now there's the whole thing saying, it's rigged. I don't think the Raiders were trying for a tie. Because, they're facing a division rival. You don't want to let a division rival get in the playoffs. Really? I mean, of course, this means that we get to see old-ass Big Ben in the playoffs. Now watch the Steelers go on a run and make everyone look dumb because, hey, if the Steelers go on a run now, everyone's going to look at that Raider-Charger game and go, see, now if you guys would have just taken the tie, the Steelers wouldn't have had this run going on. But let's be honest. Do we really believe the Steelers could go on a run? Knowing them and their voodoo magic, it wouldn't surprise me, especially with Ben at quarterback. Knowing us, they're going to get one last hurrah from Big Ben to lead them to the freaking AFC title game. That would just be their luck. Wow. 83-81 Clippers. But anyways, we got the Bungles who, like the Browns last year, are trying to snap their streak of not winning a playoff game. They have not won a playoff game since before I was born. I think since before George H.W. Bush was in office. 1990. There are kids today that are grown-ups. There are grown-ups that have never seen their Bengals win a playoff game. It's been so long, the Houston Oilers were in the league. The Tennessee Titans were in Houston, known as the Oilers, the last time the Bengals won a playoff game. And it was the AFC Central. Crazy, isn't it? The Raiders, they haven't made the playoffs in a few years. I think the last time they made the playoffs was when Derek Carr got hurt. And they had to use not Matt McGloin. Connor Cook was their quarterback against the Texans, and they lost bad. But yeah, they're on the road. Both teams are 10-7. This will be a good game to start off the playoffs. I'm excited to stream this game. Joe Burrow against Derek Carr. We all know about Derek Carr's, clutch gene. I mean, that dude is insanely clutch. They did it again against the Chargers in overtime. The Bengals, of course, coming off a loss to the Browns. That doesn't matter. I'm actually going to go with the Bungles, believe it or not, to pull this one off. Raiders, you're good, but can they stop Jamar Chase and Joe Mixon? Zama? I mean, it's possible. I mean, you have Yannick Ngakoue and Max Crosby coming off the edge, attacking Joe Burrow. I think Nate Hobbs, who is one of the best corners, I think he got in trouble with the law, so I don't know about him, but of course, Jonathan Abram got hurt against us, so he's done for the year. Casey Hayward's been looking pretty good, though. And, man, Hunter Renfrow, I could see him having a good game this week. But I'm going to go Bengals. I think Bengals are going to win, believe it or not. I'm going to say Cincy takes this one by a score of 31-24. Bungles get the dub. And I think their defense makes a huge stop to win the game. There you go. So give me the Bungles to win their first playoff game in a very, very long time. And I already know if they do that, Paul Brown Stadium will be a scene of one of the biggest parties that city has ever seen. So give me the Bungles. Then at 8:15, of course, I will not be streaming this game because I'll be doing Cavs and Thunder. But we got the 10-7 Patriots and the 11-6 Bills for the third time this year. Gotta love when you have divisional matchups for the third time, right? And I believe these two teams split their two meetings. So this is the rubber match. And, of course, for all the marbles. And, I mean, we all remember what happened the last time these two teams faced off, right? Mac Jones only threw the ball, 3 times the entire game? And it was like blizzard conditions. It was horrendous. But the Bills, man, they're good. They are damn good. But you're facing Bill Belichick in the playoffs, though. He's like a whole nother animal in the playoffs. And, of course, you got Mac Jones, stud. And I'm going to go with the Patriots on the road here. I cannot doubt. I can't go against Bill Belichick. I just can't. It's impossible to do that. I mean, some people are going to go, well, the Bills are at home. And I heard it's going to be freezing cold. Yeah, but it's not like the Patriots play in freaking Boston. I mean, it's not like they're a warm weather team. In fact, I think the conditions are almost as bad in Boston at times than in Buffalo. It snows a lot in Boston. The weather is crazy over there, it seems like. But, yeah, man. This is going to be another dynamic game. I'm going to be keeping an eye on this one for sure. But I'm going to go with the Patriots. I cannot doubt Belichick. I just can't. It's the way it is. Give me the Patriots over the Bills. Moving on to Sunday, we Eastern on Fox. Eagles and the Buccaneers, the defending Super Bowl champs, face the Eagles for the second time this year. Whew, man, Tommy without Godwin. I think Evans is there, of course. You have a couple other guys, no AB, of course, as well. It's going to be tough. I don't know about Leonard Fournette, but the Eagles, man, they're playing some good ball. But they're going to Tampa. And again, just like Belichick, I cannot doubt Tom Brady in the playoffs. I just can't. And you know, Tom Brady's looking over at the AFC and he sees the hoodie over there and he's like, I want that guy. I want to face him in the Super Bowl in LA or wherever they're going to have it now, whatever. But I'm going to go Buccaneers at home. The Eagles could have a fight, but I just cannot doubt Tom Brady in the playoffs. You know, give me the Buccaneers at home, and they continue their dominant season. Next, we got one of the most anticipated matchups of the playoffs season as the Clippers took down the Nuggets on the TV. And all I think I see is Aaron Gordon hit the ground. Like, bro, what are you doing, bro? Dang. Clippers, I think, got the dub. I'm pretty sure. Looks like it. Being as the home crowd celebrating. But yeah, we got the San Francisco 49ers, who are 10-7. And you just look at the season that they had this year. Man, wow. Talk about a roller coaster. So their season came down literally to the final week. And what's going on, Jonas? What's going on, Daniel? Jonas from Germany. Nice. Go Browns. Yes, sir. But literally, they started off 2-0. Beat Detroit. Beat Philly by two really close scores. Then they lose 3 straight games, all by a touchdown or less. So they could have easily been 5-0 heading into their bye week. Just bad luck happened. Of course, one of those losses was Arizona with Trey Lance starting. Then they lose to Indy, 30-18. Again, that they actually should have won. They beat Chicago by 11. I believe Rocha was at that game. Then they lose to Arizona again. And then from that game on, they would go on to go 8-2 the rest of the way. Out of nowhere, they just pull off an 8-2 run out of nowhere. Granted, they played the Rams, who they own. They played the Jags, who suck. They played the Vikings, who are mediocre as heck. Seahawks, they should have beat them. Then they beat the Bengals in overtime because the Bengals bungled it. Atlanta, they crushed them. They lose to Tennessee in a game that they should have won again. They smash Houston, and as usual, they beat LA. So yeah, they honestly could have won all their games that they lost. They could have easily been undefeated right now. You know? They could have easily been undefeated right now, or at least had like 1 or 2 losses. That's how good this team is right now. And Jimmy G is derping a little bit. He's also hurt. I don't know why you're playing a hurt quarterback, especially now in the playoffs, but okay, I guess, do what you want. But you're facing off against Dallas, who has just been on a tear this year. You look at their schedule and how they've done, and they're 12-5. And it was not a really amazing year for them. I don't even think how did they do last year? I think didn't they suck? Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, that's right. They were 6-10. Or no, 5-11. No. Yeah, 6-10. And again, they could have lost a few of those games. Literally, they should have lost 1, 2, 3, 4 more games. They could have easily been 2-14 last year. But they beat the Niners by 8. They beat the Vikings by 3. They beat the Giants by 3, and of course the Falcons were the Falcons last year. They beat them by 1. So that season could have been even worse. But it got them Micah Parsons. And it also helped them completely fix their defensive staff a little bit. They brought in Dan Quinn, and it's like night and day. They are an absolute juggernaut on defense now. And you're facing San Francisco, who is pretty good on defense. They have a nice front four and everything. Dak Prescott's been lighting it up. This should be a doozy of a game. I cannot wait to watch this. They're going to be going back and forth, I'm sure. During the week and everything, and Discord and everything, I'm sure. I don't know if they're going to collab for this game. That'd be hilarious if they did. The banter would be insane. But with that being said, I like the story of the Niners. The Cowboys are at home. And I honestly think the Cowboys are going to take care of business. Yeah. I could see the Niners hanging tough. But I mean, the Cowboys are just so freaking good. I got them eking out a victory over the Niners. I'm going to say the Cowboys win by at least a touchdown, maybe even 3 points. For sure. Yeah, give me them boys to pull off the dub, and they advance to the divisional round of the playoffs. And then wrapping it all up on Sunday night, we got another rematch from earlier this year. In fact, a few weeks ago when the Steelers got stomped on by the Chiefs. Was it 30-11 or 30-10? Something like that. It was an absolute massacre. And honestly, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that. Because, I mean, honestly, we all thought that was it for the Steelers. They were done for. They were dead. No one told the Steelers that they were dead. It was 36-10. Yeah, they beat them 36-10. And then right after that, they beat us because we derped super hard. Talking about the Steelers. But, of course, they're back in Arrowhead facing Captain Derp himself. No, that's Eli Manning. Never mind. Facing old man Big Ben, trying to send him into retirement. And, I mean, I think everyone will be back pretty much. I don't know about Edwards-Helaire, but Kelsey and Hill and them, they'll be back, and they're back and good to go. I don't think they had Kelsey or whatever in that first game. I mean, let's take a look at that game. Let's see how they did in that game real quick against the Steelers last time they played. Oh, yeah, Darrell Williams. Byron Pringle was the leading receiver for the Chiefs. Derek Gore. Yeah, Clyde. Oh, yeah, Clyde did play in that game. Okay, he had 9 for 27 and a touchdown. That's right. But, like, through the air, Pringle, Derek Gore, Hardman, Williams, Hill, Robinson, Gray, Bell, Hilaire, Gordon. Yeah. So Kelsey will be back. He's playing in this game. And, of course, that means the Steelers are going to have to contain him, which is very tough to do. They couldn't contain the guys that were playing before. Dude whose last name is the name of a freaking chip brand scored 2 tutties on them. 6 receptions for 75 yards, 2 tutties. Mahomes went crazy in that game. 23 of 30, 258 yards, 3 tutties. He hit him with a hat trick. Bruh. Pat trick? Get it? Pat trick. Hat trick. Cringe. He also had a 135 rating. But I got Patrick Mahomes and the company taking care of business at home. That place is going to be insane. Chiefs are trying to make it to the Super Bowl for a 3rd straight year. And they have a legit chance at it, too. I remember people were writing off the Chiefs earlier this year. Look at them now. Look at them now, right? They're right back where they were past couple of years in the playoffs, and they're scorching hot. That's why I'm rolling with the Kansas City Chiefs to pull off the dub. So that is it for Sunday. And then Monday night, we got the Cardinals and the Rams facing off in LA. Rams could have won the division, but they sold. They didn't sell, but they fumbled the bag against the Niners, which of course allowed the Niners to get in, and means the Saints couldn't get in. So this is again the third time these two teams will be playing. As if you take a look at the previous two times these teams played, I think they split. I'm pretty sure, yeah, because the Cards went into LA, stomped on the Rams, and then Rams paid them back in Arizona. And now they're facing off again, another freaking another game that, again, rubber match. Couldn't think of the name for some reason. But again, this one means the most. Winner moves on, loser's season is over. And I'm going to go with the Rams just because they're at home and they're looking a lot better than the Cardinals. They're floundered as of late. I just don't know if I can trust the Cards to go crazy here. Is J.J. Watt going to play? I know he's been trying to come back, but man, if Cam Akers plays, that's insane too. It's been like 6 months since he got hurt. Freaking tore his ACL in July, and he's back pretty much. Like, wow, okay. That's crazy. Kind of reminds me of what Kyle Schwarber did in 2016. Dude got hurt, I think, early in the year, was out the entire season, came back in the playoffs, and did good for the Cubs. Imagine we have a thing like that with Cam Akers. I don't know. I mean, different sports, but you never know with Cam. He might have a good, decent game. Probably won't play much. But if he even plays at all. But I think in this one, I'm going to go Rams. So I got the LA Rams winning in the playoffs, and they will advance to the divisional round. So the betting lines were released. They were unveiled. Bengals are favored by 5. The Bills are favored by 4. Bucks are favored by 8.5. Cowboys are favored by 3. Chiefs are favored by 13.5. 13. Damn. And the Rams are favored by 4. So all the home teams are favored. Wow. Now, as for who will be playing who, let me see if I can get the bracket pulled up here. All right, here's the bracket, I believe. So, of course, the Packers and the Titans got the bye. That'll be fun to watch. But let me pull up while I'm waiting for that to load up. Let's what was I looking for? Completely forgot what I was looking for. Oh yeah, the Cavs schedule. So I can see if I can actually do these games and see if I'll be missing any basketball games, which I probably will be, but hopefully they're not, big games. All right. So, okay, so it's not a bracket. All right. Oh, wait, no. I could just look up a playoff bracket. Duh. Let me just look up this playoff bracket real quick here. NFL 2022 playoff bracket. Here we are. Okay, Sporting News coming out with the that's his full schedule. I need the bracket, damn it. Love when they do that to me. How about CBS Sports? Let's see if they have the bracket set up. Okay. Nice little backstory in every matchup. Love to see it. I believe the lowest seed will face the team with the bye, as usual. And then the highest seed remaining would then face off against the other team. Yeah. So, in my eyes, that would mean I have the Bucks winning and then Cowboys winning. And then I have the Rams. So, the Rams would face the Packers, Cowboys, and Bucks. Ooh, damn. All right. And then for the AFC, I have it being Patriots. So, right then and there, I have Bengals winning, Patriots winning, and then Chiefs winning. So that means automatically Patriots and Titans. Oh, wow. Dang, that's going to be crazy. And then that would, of course, mean you get Chiefs and Bengals. Oh, another rematch. You got to love it. Mahomes versus Burrow. Oh, boy. That would be fun. That game would probably go crazy on the stream, man. Now, in terms of what I'd probably be missing, all right, so what? Freaking January 22nd, OKC again. I don't care about OKC. I could easily miss that game. And we have Detroit. Ooh, yeah, Detroit on Sunday the 30th. Ooh, God, I hope I don't miss that game. I mean, I'm not going to do every Cavs game. And then let me see if I can find the other days. So 22nd and 23rd is the divisional round. So, yeah, I would miss the OKC game. Ooh, can't believe I'm going to be missing that game. Really? And then the 23rd, we don't play. That's dope. We play the next day against the Knicks. And then the 30th and 31st, right? I believe. No. Okay, so it's on the same day. The 30th is both on the same day. And we play the Pistons. Pfft, really? I'm not going to freaking care about the Pistons. Really? Definitely doing football over that, especially if the matchups are dope. The only way I would do a Cavs game over a football game is if the freaking football matchup is just so whack. But based off of what I just said, the matchups are going to be dope, so I'm definitely not missing freaking Bengals and Chiefs. Kidding me? Hell no, I'm not missing that. Definitely streaming that game. For real, man. Are you kidding me? Who do you think I am? Really? For real. Damn. And, of course, the Super Bowl is February 13th. I don't know if I'm even going to be streaming that game, but, of course, they're not that dumb. They're going to have no basketball or probably any other sports on that day because they know, obviously, that nobody going to watch basketball over the football game. Although they do play the day before against Philadelphia, so I'll be streaming that game. But, yeah, obviously, we'll see what the matchup is. That'll determine if I do the Super Bowl. I didn't do it last year. I don't know if I'm going to do it this year. But we'll see. But, yeah, those are my picks. Look at that. I kept it right under half an hour. So, again, I'm going Bungles, Buccaneers, Cowboys, Chiefs, and Rams. I'm essentially going 5 out of mostly home teams except for the Patriots. I'm probably going to be wrong on at least a couple of those. But I would love to see the Bengals lose, to be honest. But I got to pick again. I got to pick them. Just because that offense was just so good. It still amazes me, though, that the Browns were able to just completely dominate them. I mean, yeah, we faced in the final matchup. But that first game, though, in Cincy. We win it. We literally out of nowhere go into Cincinnati and drop 41 on them out of nowhere. I continue to say this, but Baker hates the color orange and black. He sees that color combo and he just immediately thinks about OK State. Because he didn't do that to anyone else. He only does that to freaking Cincinnati. And he probably would have done it. He probably would have been undefeated had our defense actually not been trash in 2019 that one time. Although I didn't really care about that game because that got us a new coach. But still, I mean, damn. It's so funny because you have Bengals fans that talk trash to me and everything. But it's like, you do know that Baker's like pretty much owned your franchise since he came to the league, right? He swept you 3 out of the 4 years. And that one year that we split, I mean, I didn't really care because that final game meant we got rid of Freddie Bum-Ass Kitchens and we brought in Kevin Stefanski, who has swept you 2 straight years. And I think the majority of those games were all not even close. Well, that last game was close because Baker didn't play, and offense was like I don't even know if they even wanted to win that game, but they still won it. That's all that matters, right? But yeah, that is going to wrap it up for my picks. Shout out to everybody who's been watching these things, and again, I'll be live tomorrow, or technically today, for Cavs and Jazz. Should be a fantastic game. Maybe we can surprise. Maybe they'll surprise me and they'll win. Of course, I had us going 4-2 on this road trip. We're 2-1 right now, halfway point. Less than a month until the trade deadline. I'm hearing talks are ramping up all over the place. We'll see if any action goes down between now and then. I'm sure the Cavs will do something. I mean, just watching this Cavs team, it's like this team needs more firepower because right now teams are just going to attack Darius, man. Poor guy. Nobody else is really stepping up. I mean, Kevin Love's looking good. But unless like Laurie and Allen and them are killing it, nobody's going to – they're going to attack Darius. They're going to make him have to like pass the ball. I mean, he's such a killer, man. They're going to be attacking him. They're going to be blitzing him with double teams and everything. That's why we need a good wing defender / guy who can get buckets. Kind of wish why Sexton and Rubio didn't get hurt. I like Rondo, but he's limited on the offensive side. He could go off for 20 points out of nowhere. But he just doesn't give us the scoring punch that Rubio and Sexton did. But he's good, though. I love Rondo. He's the reason I won that game last night against the Kings. If it was anybody else out there, if that was Denzel or Rubio, we'd probably lose. But Rondo just knew what to do. I mean, he had freaking, was it Darren Fox? He had him low-key in hell with they're trying to get to the basket. Good defense by Rondo last night. But that's going to wrap it up. I'll see you guys technically tonight for another Cavs broadcast. And keep this thing going, man. We're looking good. Keep it up. So with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog 99. Let's go Browns. And I'm out. Yeah, I actually made the stream relatively shorter this time. Not an hour. Barely over. It's genuinely a pretty decent length stream. So, bye-bye.